So what we have here is a modal shaker. There's quite a few of these out in the field right now. This variant is called a 9110F, and this particular model has what's called a charge converter over on the side. That means we can do high temp accelerometers that require a little bit of voltage and capacitance to generate a signal. Now what's most important, currently we're set up for a 7310 sensor right here. This is used on the C130 Legacies, the UH1Ns, HH60s, a bunch of different variants. What's nice about the 9110F model is the previous version, 9110D, you could only have one cal route in here. But the Air Force uses many different types of sensors. So what we've been able to do over the time is add cal routes to this. So if you have a hum style system, different sensors, maybe a HH60 Whiskey or G or UH1N with the new hums, this will come with the accessories and the cal routes already put in them, so you can test your own sensors. Now, the whole reason I'm talking today is I just want to show you how to do a cal route. How you do a cal route to select it is you'll turn this on, it'll go through its self-test process. Then once we turn it on, we're going to press this button again, and I'm going to navigate the menu with you. Okay, so now it defaults back to the highest setting. Just push on the frequency knob. Okay, now it takes you to calibration options. The only thing you have to worry about right here is your back button, your test settings. The amplitude and splash screen options you don't need to touch. You should never have to. That would be for PMEL. So we're going to go to test settings. Press the button again. Now we can see that the cal route says that it's active. Cal route number 4. Now, what does cal route number 4 mean to you? Well, let's turn it off and find out. Scroll down to active, push the button. Now it says you have options. Activate the route, deactivate the route, load file from USB, delete the route, file information and eject the USB. So what we want to do is activate the route. Okay. Now when you activate a route, it's going to come up and give you this screen. As you can see here, these are all the various types of sensors that you select from. You scroll with the frequency knob once again and find the one that you want to test. We're doing a 7310 and an 8866 model, part number. So we're going to select that, push on that button. We want to delete any of the current records. Now we're going to go back. Now we're back to where we started, and we know that we've put in the correct cal route. And you just do that for any type of sensor that you know that you have. And that's it. Blue screen comes on. It's going to go through a self-test. Then it's going to default to the highest frequency range in the cal route that it's tested to. Okay, now it's defaulted to 2000. Biggest thing here, the biggest trick is as you change frequencies, let this stabilize. This does not stabilize well, like you move quickly from one button to the next, and I'll show you. It can throw your numbers off and actually fail it when it's a good sensor. If you fail a sensor, always go back and retest that portion of it, and I'll show you. So we're at 2000. To test it, it's a pass fail only. Push the file button once. Pass. Okay. Now that pass is right here. What's important is the upper and lower boundary limits. Seeing those two numbers, it has to be but within those two numbers at 2000 hertz in order to pass. This is all built in for you for the cal route, so you really don't have to read it. The most important thing is that pass fail. Okay, now we're going to 1500, and we need to let that stabilize. And it has. Pass. And then what we're going to do is keep going on these frequencies all the way down until they either pass or fail. Now, let's say 1500 had failed, and I said we need to retest it. It went to 1000. It's going to go to the next one. Turn it backwards to go back up to the 1500. There. And do a retest on it. Pass still, but that's what I'm trying to show you is the effort how to check it. You can go back up to the last frequency. Now we're going down to 1000. So from here on, just pay attention from what I'm doing, and we're just going to go through the pass fail bit until we get to the lowest frequency testable. Stabilized. Pass. 600 hertz, we're going to let it stabilize. Pass. 500 hertz. See, these numbers do fluctuate. Pass. Now, the lower the frequency, the longer you need to give it time to stabilize. So these are actually over here, these are called strokes, and they're very high frequency and you can't see them right now, but when we get to the low frequency you'll see that rubber start to go up and down because it's testing that sensor. It's moving the mass that's inside of it. Pass. Stable. Pass. Now here's right around 50 hertz and less. Have to give this time to stabilize over here so these readings stabilize. Okay, that one's pretty stable. Pass. 30 hertz. Pass. 15. This is where you see it agitating over here. Okay, now we're at 15 hertz. We want to let it stabilize. Okay, looks pretty stable. Pass. Now this is going to take longer because the frequency is going down less to stabilize. Okay, it goes up and down, so it's probably getting its average. We'll go ahead and test it. It's a pass. Now we're down to the lowest cal route frequency range testable, 5 hertz. This one usually takes a while because before this starts kicking back in, you can see that now it changes. Now it's starting to stroke real slowly. Got to wait for this to average out. Looks pretty stable. Pass. So now you've gone through all the cal route ranges and frequencies, the same that's testable at PMEL. The same standard. Actually, this has a higher tolerance than what you would at PMEL. So this is a really great unit for troubleshooting. You can take it out to the flight line and use it. Let's say you got sensors out at the aircraft and you want to check them, or you keep this in like your tool room, check them in there. There's a whole bunch of different kinds of sensors that can be put here. There's a whole bunch of different kinds of cal routes that can be selected. And we'll go over that for another time. Anyway, now that we've all passed, it's going to give you a screen where you can contain the information in the software, and you can pull this USB, stick in a small USB, download all the readings, and put it in this fancy Modal shop software that comes with the equipment. That way it could be NIST traceable, but you can also do it on an Excel sheet. And now we're just going to hit this button several times just till we can get back to 2000. There it is. Now we're going to shut the unit down by holding the frequency button in. Now you just take it apart the same way you put it together in reverse order. I want to recommend that you always leave it plugged in and charged. And that's it. Thank you for your time.